So we're ready to start working on our value sheet. We have everything that we need right here. We've got our mixing palette, we have our egg carton that has our one color that we're going to be using. You have paintbrush that you will need to paint with, and your water cup is there as well. Now, on your actual handout, first things first, you need to write your name and you need to write your class code. Always get your name and class code on your papers. Now, let's talk about the actual sheet itself. So, color value. Hue is the true color. Basically, it's the name of a color. It's another way of saying color. Value is how light or dark a color is. Tint is a color plus white. So basically, red and white make pink. Shade is color plus black. So if you mix blue and black, you get dark blue or navy blue. The true hue, oh, don't forget to put your pencil away. The true hue goes in the middle. You have only one color, but you have black and white. So we've got blue, we've got black, and we've got white because we're going to make our value scale. Brush does not need water on it. Okay, the only time it goes into the water cup is if we're changing colors. So right there in the middle is going to be the true value, or the true hue, or the true color. So you want to paint it and fill in that entire rectangle. So fill it in. Notice I'm dipping, getting plenty of paint on my brush. This is not watercolor, this is tempera paint, so it does not need extra water added to it. Now that I'm done painting that, I am going to take my brush, and I'm not going to put it in the water because I need this color. So now that I've gotten my true value, the true color, placed where it needs to go, I have not cleaned my brush, okay, because I need to get blue onto my mixing palette, and then I'm either going to be working on my tints, which is to add white to it, or on the shades, which is to add black to it. So I'm going to get blue on my brush, and I'm going to be very careful when I bring it over. It's sometimes better to bring the mixing palette to it so you don't drip anything anywhere else. So now I want to do the tints first, so I'm going to use white. I have to clean my brush. That's why you have your water cup. So you are cleaning your brush very well. Remember, we clean side to side. We are not stirring up soup, okay? We're not going in circles. Circles do not help us get this clean. It stays dirty. Side to side is what we want to do. Then we're going to wipe it on the edge of the cup. Notice, you hear nothing. Do not tap your brush, okay? That doesn't help you get water out. All that's doing is splashing water everywhere else. So wipe it on the edge, get all that extra water out. Then I'm going to do the tint. So I'm going to get white on my paintbrush, and I am going to mix it with the blue on my mixing palette. Notice I am not spreading it all over the mixing palette. I'm keeping it in one small little area. Once I get that mixed, then I'm going to paint it right beside my true hue, or the true color. So I fill this in. I make sure I scoop enough paint because I want it nice and solid. I do not want this to look like watercolor paint because it's not watercolor paint, remember. Now I need to make this lighter because I'm getting closer to white. So I'm moving farther away. I need to clean my brush side to side. Then, not a sound as I wipe off the extra water. I'm going to get more white, and I'm going to mix that together. So I've made it even lighter. Again, not moving it all around the mixing palette. So now I'm going to paint it right here. When it starts to run out of paint, I scoop up some more. And put it down. So now I'm done with the tint side, and I'm ready to move on to my shade. So I clean my brush really, really well. Wipe my extra water. And I want to start with blue. So because I'm going to get so much blue, I'm going to get a big glob of blue. I'm going to put it on. You saw how I kind of twisted my brush to get that extra off. Now I've got to clean my paint brush. Wipe off all that extra water. And I'm going to start with a very tiny, itty bitty amount of black. Not much at all, just a little bit, because I need it to be a little bit darker. Black is like a bully. When he bumps into somebody, he knocks them all the way down. So we don't want the blue to turn black. So now I'm going to put it right next to the true blue, or true hue, but I'm moving towards the black side, or the shade side. So I'm going to put it and fill this in. So I'm ready to make my last shade. Clean my brush, wipe the extra out, get a little bit more black, not a lot, just a little. I'm mixing that up. Now I'm going to put this one right here. It's going to be just a little bit darker. It's not a lot darker, just a little bit, but you can tell a difference. Notice I keep scooping up the paint because I don't want it to look like watercolor. I want to see paint sitting on top of there. You see my brush strokes, so we know it's got a thick paint. So now my value chart is all done. So my paintbrush would go into the water cup. I've got to clean my mixing palette. I'm going to show you how to do that next. Okay, so now that I've gotten my value chart done, I've got to clean these. So how I'm going to do that is I'm literally going to bring my water cup. I've got my mixing palette. I'm going to leave my water cup right here. I'm not going to do anything with it just yet. I'm going to take the water. I'm going to turn it on very lightly. Notice, I'm not doing that. Very, very lightly, I'm turning it on. Then, this doesn't do anything. You got to use your hand and you rub the paint off. You're not messing up your hand. Okay, so now that I've gotten that done, you can see how they're hanging up here. You may or may not be able to reach. If you can't reach, that's okay. You just ask for help and I will help you put it up. So it hangs on there. Then you take your water cup and you're going to turn the water on gently again, pour the water cup out, rinse it, put the brush under there, put your water cup back on the tray, and you need to put your brush in the correct container that is pointing up. So the brush in inlet, there's a sign right there that tells you how to do that. If you see a brush that is not in the right spot, then you need to make sure you get it in the right spot, because we all have to work as a team together to keep everything right. If you have paint on your hands, and of course you would wash them, I don't, but my hands are wet. So I'm going to take one paper towel, I'm going to dry my hands, I'm going to toss that into the trash, then I'm going to make sure that my color value sheet is on the correct drying rack. And after that, ask what to do.